Thanks, everyone. Great to be here. As Steve mentioned, my name is Bruce Minty, Senior Product Manager at MYOB. I look after the advanced product. And look, I'll start the session here with some feedback from some surveys, from in-product surveys, support tickets, success information from success teams, direct conversations with you, our customers. And so today I'll just start off by sharing some of those trends that we're seeing from this particular feedback and what we plan to focus on in our roadmap for 2024. And we've observed four major trends affecting the growth of mid-market businesses across Australia and New Zealand. And so here's just a high level of each of those. So first and foremost, the pace and complexity of running a business is faster than ever before. Software is more and more at the core of every business, and harnessing future waves of tech is key to the success of those businesses. And of course, importantly, the increasing threat of cybersecurity cannot be underestimated. So with the first trend, the pace and complexity of running a business is faster and harder than before, which is caused by a few factors. So in today's market, customers are pretty well informed. They've got high expectations. They're presented with a multitude of options, making it essential for businesses to meet those demands to remain competitive. Simultaneously, there's been an increase in economic uncertainty, and obviously, technology is advancing rapidly. So, the market landscape's transforming. Insight that we've recently, shared, where conversations with, manufacturing clients have provided insights where they've started selling their products directly instead of going through retailers. And on the other hand, in conversations with other customers of ours in the retail sector, they're now becoming wholesale businesses as well. So this indicates that the traditional boundaries between these types of businesses no longer exist. And although, siloed systems and manual processes are two of the top 5 factors affecting productivity, many businesses just aren't reacting fast enough. And that shows that leaders are experiencing this difficulty and in the next year, 87% of businesses reported that they're planning to invest in improving productivity throughout their businesses. So making those significant investments to address that. So the second trend we're observing is that customers who have successfully implemented software are now seeing this as the core of their business. So software is no longer becoming this unavoidable IT expense, but rather the foundation for all their business. And you may have heard of experts say that in time, businesses are becoming technology businesses, and that's reflected in a Business Monitor survey in 2023 that also they're aware of this trend, and IT system capabilities being the second most important factor for achieving business goals. And many of the customers that tell us how their ERP is essential for running their businesses because it allows them to save time through automation, through the deployment of workflows, and they can concentrate on growing their business instead of chasing numbers. And the third trend there we've noticed is around that technology moves in cycles, whether it's the information age, the mobile revolution, and whatever the next cycle will be called. And for that, we suspect that cycle is going to be called the wave of AI. And so it seems that businesses that can stand the test of time can use these waves to their advantage. And the desire from businesses to leverage each of these waves is evident in the ambitious mid-market organizations that we have in our community here. So one of those studies in 2023 revealed that 82% of Australian businesses view technology as vital to their growth. However, the same study showed that businesses are aware that they lack adequate staff skills and clear understanding of the cost benefit, which prevent them from investing in technology. And in speaking to a manufacturer who was considering moving from their existing on-premise solution, they were in fact worried about how they would train their staff on this new tool and balance the productivity loss that they would currently have if they stayed on that slower system. So that being said, technologies that are easy to adapt tend to be adopted quickly. And this is probably why 70% of businesses are already using AI tools in their operations today. And that's a significant step in that journey for many businesses. And so with that last trend I spoke about earlier, cybercrime, this has become the top business risk for organizations pretty much around the world, not just here in Australia and New Zealand, of course. But McKinsey, who are a leading global research organization, say that by 2025, the annual cost of cyber attacks will rise to about 10.5 trillion, which is a 300% increase from 2015 levels. So that's a substantial increase in spend. And for mid-market businesses, this is more pronounced for several reasons. So mid-market businesses such as yourselves, many here today have enough data to make them more valuable and vulnerable targets, but they don't necessarily have the same resources as larger organizations to combat cybercrime at the propensity that it's occurring at in this current age. And also, mid-sized businesses choose the wrong approach. They may end up with many individual apps that pretty much go ahead to expand their vulnerability. And with that, cyber fraud's becoming more advanced, and fraudsters are using AI for malicious purposes. They can now create very convincing phishing attacks at very large scale. So it goes without saying that obviously those attacks can damage your brand and your business. And the common thread and challenge that we see that these trends highlight is that a disconnection remains the enemy of progress. And these 4 trends continue to highlight that this remains to be the case in 2024. So these trends and disconnection that they create are causing unique challenges, and systems that are isolated make it hard to manage when things are fast and complex, and IT systems can hinder you instead of helping you move forward, and if your teams can't connect through them. New types of technology can be overwhelming instead of exciting, especially when you're making large investments in that technology. And cybersecurity effectively becomes harder to handle if your IT systems are scattered, and malicious actors can exploit gaps between those systems. And these are some of the challenges that we can help you solve today. So our approach to this problem is to adopt a business management platform that integrates the 6 workflows a business performs in one place, the ones that you see on that left-hand side. So these workflows help you better manage your customers, your supply chain, your employees, your projects, your finances, accounting, and tax, of course. And so our business management platforms are designed to help your business optimize your operations and workflows by providing a comprehensive and integrated solution. So we understand that tackling every challenge can be overwhelming, which is why our goal is to simplify your processes and enable you to focus on the bigger picture. And so this is facilitated by our 3 products that we deliver at MYOB within the MYOB Advanced platform, which is comprised of MYOB Advanced Business, MYOB Advanced Payroll, and MYOB Advanced Workforce Management. So the MYOB Business Management Platform, or the BMP, as it's commonly referred to is the platform that consolidates those core workflows into a single source of truth and eliminates the disconnection challenge I spoke about earlier. So it ensures data integrity and provides those actionable business insights when they are needed. So our top 3 goals for 2024 are to help you save time, but also help you boost productivity and help you prepare your business for the future. So you and your company can prosper in these market conditions. We want to help you save time by linking teams with tools that we offer. And we're creating one platform that connects your entire business, pretty much the only ERP that's available in this region with payroll and workforce management included, plus many new integrations and even more customization options coming to you this year. So with that, I'll just touch on what we've got delivered, what we're delivering in 2024. Let's start with finance and CRM. I'll move into the others very, very shortly. I won't go into too much detail, but I'll cover off on many of these items as much as I can. But let's first look at finance and CRM. So there's a couple of new reports that will be added to the payables workspace with accurate detail on unreleased retentions. We're also releasing a new depreciation engine, which is based on the declining balance algorithm that'll support both the Australian and New Zealand diminishing value depreciation method. It helps optimize the depreciation process and better adhere to roundings that occur with that. And in CRM, there'll be the automatic assignment of territory each time a user creates a new lead and contact and business account or opportunity as well. With a new feature we're delivering here that reduces some time and effort and streamlines the returns workflow, which will be the ability to create a return order directly from cases in CRM. So there's a new option, or there will be a new option called Create Return Order, and that'll be available in the ellipsis within the cases screen, and that addresses a previously disjointed process into a consolidated and logical workflow. There'll also be the provision for case closure notes to capture more insights at that closure stage within cases in CRM. And CRM users will be able to upload leads and contacts to a marketing list or campaign, which optimizes the manual process there. And it also introduces a dedupe capability as well to check for duplicates in those records. And the other area that I'll talk about now is on the project side, and this is the introduction of side panels that'll soon be added to multiple forms within projects and construction as well. Those that are using side panels agree that they're fantastic. We love them, and with those side panels, users save time by having a comprehensive view of the settings of a particular record that they're current on without having to open up corresponding forms across advanced. And they'll be available within projects, within change order screens, change requests, requests for information, project issues, and submittals forms as well. And further, for project users, you'll be able to consolidate retention amounts in a single presentation to customers to reduce the administrative burden, especially for projects that are running for months and years that create multiple retention entries. There'll be the ability to denote inclusive tax values on pro formas, which is reasonably self-explanatory there. And project managers will have more control over cost codes. They'll be able to deactivate those when they're no longer used within projects. And we'll also be delivering the first phase of a paid when paid workflow, which is coming within projects, which is the ability to tag expenses or AP bills. And those AP bills that relate to project items that you're on billing your customer for. And that means that, where for instance, you don't want to pay the vendor until you actually get paid by the customer. So that's coming this year as well. And then over into the distribution side, we're really excited to be delivering distribution requirements planning feature, the acronym there for being DRP. And that just essentially means it's an engine there that means that our customers that are using DRP will have the right stock at the right place at the right time. It's a pretty sophisticated planning tool, which we're really, really excited to be able to deliver for distribution customers. As well as that, in the distribution side, you'll soon be able to disable automatic line discount calculations for a particular price in the sales prices form, and that'll help you better protect your sales margins in that sales entry process. And there'll be a new managed sales allocations form as well, so you can allocate stock quantities to multiple orders. You can also deallocate and remove orders from that screen to free up inventory. If you want to then allocate that inventory off to specific order lines to fulfill high priority orders for customers. So that's a really, really handy little feature. And customers will also be able to calculate estimated margin percentage and dollar amount for individual sales order lines, as well as having that aggregated view for the whole order as well, as you would expect. And that actually helps you negotiate better with customers during that sales order entry process. The other one we're delivering here is around a better user experience when managing returns of sold goods by making it easier to allocate return authorization lines to the original sales order line, which is a handy little feature. It means you no longer have to scroll through navigating to find the correct line to allocate to. And for pickers in the warehouse, you'll be able to apply a bidirectional pick path value, and that in essence, interacts with the pick path value itself and helps pickers by finding the nearest pick list when they start their next picking task, and helps them manage or helps them traverse the warehouse in the most efficient manner within paperless picking environments. So they're just some of the new features happening in those areas. I'll just briefly touch on the manufacturing, e-commerce, and technology side. A bunch of new features coming for MRP to help calculate the planned demand of stock components required to assemble a kit that overcomes a shortfall in the inventory planning engine. And there'll be the provision for a MRP time fence feature. So you can set a predefined planning horizon within MRP, and that actually results in a more optimized MRP run for short-term planning horizons, meaning you no longer need to run MRP in full, which we acknowledge it can take some time depending on the amount of data that you've got. They'll also be introducing a new lock status in the production order maintenance form to quarantine orders during that costing review prior to them being closed. And we're also exposing the configurator endpoint within manufacturing. So the API endpoints weren't previously exposed. That means that we'll be able to connect configure price quote tools, other tools such as partner portals and other applications, to then send values back into the MYOB database, which helps us expose our configurator beyond its current application, and better play with third-party applications as well. So that's really, really exciting. And the other one there we're introducing is the flexibility of being able to report operations out of sequence. So you got operation 10, 20, and 30. It means that you can complete operation 30 first, and it won't backflush any of the prior operations. Just a couple of little features for e-commerce and retail there. There's a new availability adjustment value by stock item, so you can control the available quantity that'll be exported out to external e-commerce systems to prevent overselling. There's some lots of pieces of work around Shopify integration. So customers using Shopify, they'll be able to synchronize business customers between MYOB Advanced and Shopify stores. There'll be some specific pricing rules, so you can export customer-specific pricing, and customers will be able to export those price lists that you've defined, and also import a breakdown of fees charged on each payment made within the Shopify payments application as well. There's quite a bit to come, but I'll just finish off with a few of the technology improvements. This is just a high level of some of the main improvements, but for Android users specifically, you'll be able to sort by any field via the mobile application. Mobile action buttons like save and update will be far more intuitive. It'll be far easier to add user-defined fields to mobile screens than ever before. So you can select from rather than selecting from a list of valued values as you previously had to. But with that, there's also we're talking about the deployment of intelligent, intuitive technology, where we've enabled, or we'll be delivering enhanced info tip pane to give users a variety of new ways to learn more about MYOB Advanced. For a bit more efficient use of space, there'll be improvements to the info tip pane. We'll be abbreviating a lengthy description, but you can expand on that. There'll be hyperlinks out to other elements where you can learn more on how to perform a particular function, like create a stock code or configure a replenishment. There'll be some other related information that will help users along the way as well. So we're really cognizant of improvements there that are going to help users in their day-to-day actions. For those that are familiar with creating custom workflows as well, we'll be happy to hear of improvements that allow you to define those down to the subtype identifier. So for instance, those, running a custom workflow on a sales order, the subtype would be the sales order type in that example, and that just gives you more granularity when you're defining and building those custom workflows. That also applies to new action sequences that'll improve system performance as well. So we're going to better manage those. And to help users work more efficiently, AI and ML features, artificial intelligence and machine learning features will be deployed to enhance text entry within freeform fields. And you'll see the example here within case details and CRM. or task details for that matter by providing, what this does, it provides a short list of suggestions as you type, but using machine learning, it first uses standard English language but recalibrates based on the text that a user enters over time. Hence, it'll prioritize suggestions based on what I would normally and regularly type there, and recalibrates accordingly. So that's pretty exciting. And just very briefly, I'll just touch on what's coming with advanced payroll and workforce management, but just a brief view on what we've delivered in 2023. Compliance has always been a top priority. So advanced payroll has an online dynamic calculation engine, and that's otherwise known as the DCE, the acronym for that one. We love our acronyms at MYOB, clearly, which is this DC engine's called by advanced payroll sites. So when users process a payment, DCE does all the calculations, including the tax. So last year for Australia and New Zealand, the new tax year changes were done centrally through this DC engine without having to release advanced upgrades, as it were. Our second outcome for existing Australian customers and New Zealand customers was for them to require less support. So in the first half of 2024, you'll notice improved error handling when you're processing pay runs. And so this will easily identify employees with issues, and meaningful alerts will help you resolve those issues as they arise. We also looked at addressing pain points with larger sites with up to 1,000 employees. So we're specifically improved pay run completion with new options when generating your pay slip to import timesheets being now 60% faster at last calculations. We also looked at how we can support our growth ambitions by improving product market fit. So we now have a new offering where all advanced payroll customers can access online employee onboarding experience from advanced workforce management at no additional subscription cost. And the final product outcome was improving product market fit for our customer to support our growth ambitions. So advanced employee onboarding is a differentiator for advanced payroll. So customers can digitize employee onboarding at no subscription or transactional cost, and it's already integrated with payroll. And so close to 4,000 employees were onboarded in 2023 through either the advanced employee onboarding or through workforce management. So employees now proactively provide and verify their own pay details, shifting responsibility from manual entry. This change saves time, it improves accuracy, and ensures payroll is processed efficiently, leading to an earlier payments without the end of day rush and adherence to those deadlines. It's certainly been a busy year for workforce management too, with 9 releases containing 43 individual new features and enhancements across the breadth of workforce management functionality. So let's have a quick look at what's next. The roadmap for 2024. Reports is a common theme. So we're midway through our payroll reports refresh. Our goal is to turn the standard report set into a strength within the application. We've improved the end user experience by making sure that new reports are consistent in terms of the filters and they're more flexible. You also plan to release the Academy content to support customers that can get more value out of the Acumatica report capability, as it were. And towards the end of the year, we'll also release payroll dashboards, which is very, very exciting. And we'll soon be releasing easier ways to cash out leave and to pay out annual leave, where the company close down rules are applied to employees in their first year of employment. And under confidence, we have the confidence section there. We have a bunch of compliance work and ongoing focus to reduce the need for support, as I mentioned. The focus is first to double down on our existing target market and strengthen how we can best serve customers in these markets before expanding our market, as it were. But the key call out there is onboarding, and this is working well for payroll teams, and our focus in 2024 this year is to improve the employee experience and rehire process. So that was a very brief overview as to what's coming in 2024. Thank you for your time this morning.